Hi guys, how are you? It's Brick Nostalgia here. Today we're gonna review this very iconic vintage Lego idea book, book number 777 from 1980. This is a train idea book, and it's fantastic because it has tons of ideas. I'm gonna go straight to the review, as I don't want this video to be too long. However, I'm just going to point out that I made lots of the builds present in this book, and I made video reviews for them, so feel free to have a look down in the links down in the description below, as there might be something that you might find interesting. Okay. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna get started first with the front page that already has this very beautiful layout with tons of builds and ideas. Fantastic presentation. As you can see, there are some official builds, but also many custom ones. This is the 7760. This is the 7740. This is the 7750. So we didn't even start it getting to the first page that there's already tons of ideas presented here on the front cover. So we're gonna get started here, just a bit of information on this page, and then here you have the instructions to build this little card that will accompany us throughout the whole review. And then here on this first page we're gonna already find some interesting builds. Here is an alternative build of the 7760, and this is a very interesting, nice car that allows the minifig to go to fix the traffic lights. Very interesting, very nice already. Over here you have the instructions to build the car itself. Very nice layout here in this page. I actually made I built this layout, and I made a few videos related to what you see here, so feel free to have a look down in the description, at the links down in the description below. What is very interesting about this layout is this transfer belt presented over here. This section here where there is this little crane that moves back and forward, and then this train with this couple of tipper wagons over here with this interesting feature that is supposed to allow you to turn and empty the wagons using just gears. Very nice layout. I really like it. And here on these following pages you have instructions to build the tipper wagons, and pictures here that show you how the system works in order to be able to empty the wagons using gears instead of your hands. Here you have more pictures, different angle for the transfer belt, more pictures that explain you a bit better how the system works. And here you have the whole the instructions to build the transfer belt itself. I made a review of just this build, so in case you want to see more, feel free to check out the video related to it. Very nice layout over here. We bump here in one of the main layouts presented in this book. Very nice, fantastic scene, I will say. I made this layout, and I made a few videos related to it. What is very nice is this big crane over here, and I like a lot these two buildings here. I like a lot the details related to it, as they give a very nice vibe to the presentation here. Very nice. Here on the following pages we have the instructions they help you out to build the crane. This crane actually is a pretty difficult build, I have to say. It's been pretty challenging and time consuming to put this whole thing together. Here you have some more pictures, very nice. What I like a lot of these pictures is that the pictures of this book is that they're very high quality pictures, and the paper as well, you can feel that it's made of a very good material. So on this page we have another interesting build, which is this ramp that is supposed to work through spinning this wheel, say, and it is supposed to allow you to lower down and raise this platform that is supposed to allow you to get the cars to the wagon. Very nice. I haven't made this yet, but I think I will as soon as I have some time available. I want to see a bit better what this is all about. Very interesting page here. We have 3 different locomotives presented here in this page, and in the following pages we have the instructions to put them together. My favorite one is this one. I don't really like much these two, but yes, I think they are all very interesting builds. I made videos for video reviews for each one of them, so check these out as well if you want to see things more in detail. Another big layout, very nice, interesting here, with what I notice a lot in when I bump into all these big layouts that we've been seeing so far, is the very high level of playability that is presented into them. For example, here you have a couple of cranes, these wagons that are supposed to be filled up, moving all the bricks through these cranes. This crane that moves back and forward. There's a lot of intelligence into this, and definitely a lot of very stimulating idea presented in this book. I really think this book is fantastic at many levels. The only thing I wanted to point out about this layout is that for the first time this big locomotive steam engine is introduced, and we're gonna talk about it more shortly. So on the following page you have some instructions or some pictures that are supposed to help you out to build this train shed that I don't really like. I think it's very raw and very very raw and very basic, lacks a lot of details. This is another picture, a very nice picture of a crane. Here are the instructions to help you out to put the crane together, and what is nice here is that the build is presented on space base plate, which is very nice because now this book is suggesting you to mix up also pieces that come from different themes. So very nice suggestion. Here is the big steam engine that was already introduced a few pages ago. One of the most iconic steam engines of the 80s. Very nice. This build is fantastic, and I actually made a very similar version of it, just replaced very minor details. So free to have a look at the review, at the video related to this locomotive, in case you want to know more about it. Here you have the instructions that help you out to put this whole thing together. Now something very interesting that is worth to point out about this locomotive is that it's a very expensive one, because it uses lots of very rare pieces that are very expensive nowadays. For example, each of these 3 couples of wheels nowadays is worth about £15. So I would say that just to get these 3 big wheels you're supposed to pay around £40 nowadays, Also these windows are very rare nowadays, in black are very rare, so you would have to spend lots of money to get these as well. And also it uses red buffers that are fairly expensive as well nowadays. However, I managed to put it together and just made a few changes, and as I say in the video, so if you want to know more about it, feel free to have a look at the video. Fantastic scene here. I like a lot this train station. When I saw it for the first time, I got struck by it. I like a lot the train station itself, with this bridge here that allows the minifigs to move to the two different sections, to the two different platforms. And also what is nice to point out about this scene is that it's a night scene, so and that introduces the use of light bricks that can be used also to light up the whole scene, and not just to light up the front and back of the trains. We have more pictures here, very nice concept here. That is the one that suggests that you build a bridge on a road plate, and then you use there you put the rails on top here, that hides the fact that you were using a road plate as a support. Nice page here with more details of the train station. You can see here, very nice. I really like a lot. There's a lot of nostalgia here involved in when I see all these pictures, because it really takes me back to the childhood times when I used to spend a lot of time looking at catalogs, idea books, instructions, and so on. This I think is the most iconic page of the whole book, and the fun thing about it is that I actually made this layout about 1 year ago. It's been a fantastic project, very exciting, and I can't tell you the excitement that I experienced when I had this whole layout finished right in front of me. So feel free to check out links down in the description below, because I made a couple of very nice videos with trains running about this layout. Huge, fantastic, with the elevated section, this huge bridge, a lot of track switches over here, and all these base plates that suggest you to put a lot of builds all over the area. It's fantastic, absolutely amazing layout. Here we have pictures that give you a close-up of the layout, and that are very useful in case you want to put the layout together. Here these pages are focused on showing you the supports, on how different ways to put together the supports for this elevated section. And what is very fun here is that it's minifigs legs are used to put this thing together. Very nice, very interesting. A lot of pictures, very nice picture that gives you a close-up from a different angle about this bridge. Very nice. And here we move to instructions to show you how to build bridges. I actually built this bridge but in yellow, and it's presented in a layout that I made a few months ago, and there is a video for it. So it's a very nice bridge. I really like it. It looks very good for real. And if you want to see it, feel free to have a look down to the videos I have, to the other videos I have on my channel. What is very interesting about this page is that it shows you different ways that you can customize your bridge. Once you have the the structure in place, there are many different ways in which you can customize the whole thing. Very clever and suggestion here. Very clever, very intelligent, very inspiring. Here you have suggestions for different layouts. These two are quite interesting, not particularly interesting on the others. And here we move to something a bit different. We have a bit of an easy, simple layout here with just a building and a train, not much. Here are some pictures that give you a bit of a close-up of the various builds that were present in the layout. And here we have another interesting big layout that presents a circus with the trains, with the train used to move the big animals that are involved in this layout. Very nice. I don't really like much this stuff, but I think the idea is very original, very nice indeed. What is good about it is that it suggests that you put together the animals with just regular bricks. And here, for example, an elephant is built just using a few slopes and regular bricks, so very easy stuff that any kid could put together. Some more pictures from a different angle of the circus itself. Very nice here that it's using a space minifig, and he's presenting this as a show. Very nice. This is a very nice concept as well. This is actually a very nice feature of the layout, which is this wagon that is built with this very interesting feature, that is that once you open it on the side, it allows you to open or to reveal a ramp that is supposed to allow you to move the horses up and down. Very nice. This is a very interesting. This was something that caught my attention the very first time I got to see this page. Now we move to something different, which is this big build that I actually just made a few weeks ago. So feel free to check out, and I made a video review for it. It's a very nice build. This is supposed to be a train assembly factory. And the reason why I've been very interested in this build is because actually I think this can be turned into something different and can give you the chance to put in exposition your trains and wagons in case you want to put your collection on display in a limited amount of space. For example, you could put some locomotives here, another locomotive here on the back if you want to build something else here and make it a train shed over here. You can put some wagons here. It was a very interesting I was very interesting about this concept, so I decided to put it together, and there is a very nice it's a very nice build, and feel free to check out the video to get to know, to have a better view of the various details and features presented in this build. Here once again, here it gives you the instructions to build this locomotive. I think it's a fairly ugly locomotive, but doesn't matter. We're talking about the 80s. It's an idea book, so it's supposed to suggest to stimulate people to put things together with the pieces they had. So even if it's not very nice, I think it's very good that it's here. And here we have actually still some more details, and actually, sorry, let me actually yes, the space wagon is here in this corner. So we have some more details of the layout, and we have also the instructions to build this train wagon that is a space wagon, maybe a wagon supposed to be used to transport space stuff. Yes, maybe, I guess so. We can put it down later. Now we come to the end of the book. Actually, we finally we finally arrive to the end, where in this very last scene you have that these old this little simple car is being kind of upgraded, or actually replaced, by this a big supercar that has no real motor in it, but it's supposed to, but can be used anyway still to have some fun on the rails, to pretend it's a supersonic vehicle. Okay, so I think pretty much that's it, guys, for this review. Fantastic book. I think I really have to say that this is a very special book and a very special Lego item to me, because it's it really one of the most inspirational things I ever bumped into. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you soon, guys, for more videos. Okay, so thank you very much. Bye bye.